I rocked up to the hostel, man, I found it in the end. I go up the flight of stairs, ring the bell and check in. Then I look on the balcony and see 3 other guys sitting around a table. Then one catches my eye, he motions to me, inviting me to sit down. I do, they ask my name and how long I'll be in town. Then where are you from, how long you traveling for? I said a few months, I'm not sure how many more. One laughs cause he knows and he hands me a beer. I crack it open feeling that I'm gonna like it here. The conversation picks up, everyone is sharing where they've been, what they've done, what they've seen, what's there to do now and then. The 4 of us only figments, we all just met. One takes a sip of his beer and rolls up a cigarette. The light illuminates the night, he pulls nice and slow like he smiles a little bit and says, get this right, I was in Plaza Catalunya when they declared independence. They played videos of police beating some voters senseless. Then the president came out and he said a few words. Afterwards they partied, lit fireworks, it was absurd. That's wild, said another, but yo, get this, I spent 4 years in China, man, let me reminisce. I was throwing house parties, everyone getting loose, beer pong at the river mansion, all on the jungle juice. That's crazy, said the other as he rolled up his own. I was on a train out of Belgrade, but I wasn't alone. I was with a Finnish sailor whom I'd met the day before. Immigration gave us problems, but we didn't know what for. They put us in an empty cabin with 5 officers there, asking us for some paper we hadn't heard of anywhere, saying we would go to jail, and then they left us inside, but they didn't come back as they were looking for a bribe. We some backpackers, always on the move, from city to city, work these routes into a groove. I got my pack with me, never move too quickly, always search for something new, my surroundings keep shifting. We some backpackers, always on the move, from city to city, work these routes into a groove. I got my pack with me, never move too quickly, always search for something new, my surroundings keep shifting. Damn, said the second, I got another story. You see, I rented a car and did a road trip with my girl in Jiangxi. In Nanchang, walking out the hotel, we saw the bumper was ripped off. Like, man, what the hell? We go and get an officer and he drives us back to the scene and pulled all the plates from the parking scanning machine. Then we go back to the station, he and I sitting at a desk. Next thing I know, we're there, chain smoking cigarettes, going through the city's cameras and pulling license plates, looking for the guy who fled the scene and made that mistake. After a while we found him, some dude younger than me, probably was drinking with his friends at the KTV. So we all start debating how we settle the case. I told my girl to use insurance and let's get out of this place, but she was hesitant cause the kid could go to jail. So she sends the rental company every single detail with pictures, they say 2,000, probably good to go. She told the kid, give us 5, and we settled on the low. The first said, damn, dunno was like that over there. I got a story from a car that gave me a hella good scare. I was down in Cape Town, man, on the 310. I was heading out to Stellenbosch with 2 other friends. We hired a driver and all was good to go, but he was talking eyes in the mirror, not on the road. I saw a car stopped, but he was not slowing down. We get closer, I yell, and we barely swerved around, right into a sand dune, and then we couldn't move. So the 3 of us hop out to give the car a push or 2. We got back in, like what else you gonna do? An hour later, sipping wine, like shit, my dudes, that could have been bad. Sometimes I can't believe all this luck that I've had, both the rough and the rad. We some backpackers, always on the move, from city to city, work these routes into a groove. I got my pack with me, never move too quickly, always search for something new, my surroundings keep shifting. We some backpackers, always on the move, from city to city, work these routes into a groove. I got my pack with me, never move too quickly, always search for something new, my surroundings keep shifting. Oh, that reminds me, the second said in recline, you ever hear how in China they got this white wine? We looked at each other, now we haven't the first replied. Ha, you in a hospital was the first time I tried. It is pretty strong and not all what you'd expect. This is probably one story that I will never forget. So I was visiting a friend in her hospital room, chatting when I found out they were gonna eat soon. Who's they? Well, her mom in from a train ride and her roommates, an older couple in from the countryside. So we all sit down and the food is looking fine, and then Mr. Shen offers me some white wine. He smiles a bit and he fills up a bowl. I take one big sip and it burned my mouth whole. Man, what the hell was that? But down it went. It was by Joe around 52%, but I finished with the meal, gotta earn that respect. And after eating, Mr. Shen wanted to smoke a cigarette. He walks over to the window, I'm thinking, will he burn down? Sure enough, he lights up and pulls the curtain around. Wow, said the first, that would've had me stressed, but let let me tell you about the summer I spent in Budapest. I was working in a hostel, man, living in the groove, hanging there with all the backpackers each day coming through, leading pub crawls, yo, and sharing what to do. Now and then getting deep over a cold few summer nights spent down there hanging in the yak, and then we'd keep going, hit the ruined bars after that. But in my free time I was going around with no map, riding public transit, then finding my way back. Then I couldn't get lost, always knew where I was at. So if you're looking for adventure, that's a backpacker hack. We some backpackers, always on the move, from city to city, work these routes into a groove. I got my pack with me, never move too quickly, always search for something new, my surroundings keep shifting. We some backpackers, always on the move, from city to city, work these routes into a groove. I got my pack with me, never move too quickly, always search for something new, my surroundings keep shifting. Alright, says the third, we've all been changing scenes, but can anyone say what it all really means? Like it's a privilege, something you really have to treasure, but for me it feels good, it doesn't get much better. I agree, said the second, I really love the ride. I feel like it's so important, see life from all sides, just one of the best things you can do with your time. And if you wanna go somewhere, there's a path you can find. So true, said the first, if there's a will, there's a way. Somewhere on earth is a backpacker's first day. They did it for real, yeah, they made the escape. And for me, I think to travel means to appreciate. Elaborate, said the second, yeah, what do you mean? I'm saying your day to day isn't really what it seems. Our vision is tinted, we see through something like a screen. Cultures are all different, come in flavors like ice cream. I'm curious, said the second, but I think I agree. In different places, it's a whole new way of life that we see. Definitely, said the first, and I'm sure you know that things get more peculiar the farther you go. That's for sure, said the second, I saw it with my own eyes. But there is something special about always having a surprise. Like when getting all your groceries takes a couple of tries, and when people can't understand, it takes your ego down to size. I know the feeling, said the first, I've been there firsthand. Been traveling all I can since I was a young man. I keep going on and on, making less of a plan. Been so vested in and curious of all the cultures of man. Cheers to that, said the third as he raised his glass. The conversation picks up and we don't notice the time pass. We're clearer now, though we all just met. Then one sips on his beer and rolls up a cigarette.